On last episode, I arrived, I scouted the lake, and spotted the grebes doing exactly what I came for. Now, I'm about to get into the water, and it's time to find out if you can actually get close to them.
Hi guys, so it's now almost 6 in the morning. I wasn't supposed to do any vlogging right now, but I figured I have time. I still have like 45 minutes before the guide arrives. Well, cookies for breakfast. I can't say it's the best breakfast you can have, but it's gonna do. There's a bar downstairs, but I don't know if it's open this early. I think it opens at 6:30. So my goal is to get the coffee from there, because I really miss my coffee. That's the one thing that I really miss. I've already been thinking about what shots I would like to do and which ones I'd really like. For example, when the pair meets up in the middle of the water and trades offerings. I really want to get that shot, but it's going to depend whether or not I can get close to them and whether or not they don't get too skittish, right? Those are the important things. The other thing, I've also been looking a bit whether or not I should expect glossy ibises in Spain this time of the year, and apparently there's a population that stays here, as well as for the spoonbills. But there was nothing yesterday, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. If it's just because it was already in the afternoon, and maybe in the afternoon there's less activity. But yeah, and then maybe at night they go somewhere else. I'll see. Would be cool to see other species, but I can't lose track of the main species and the main target. So yeah, we'll see if we can get those shots, and hopefully we can. I'll see you then.
He said 6:45, and he only came at 9:30. His car broke down. And my cookies, well, they were gone by 7.
Guys, so I'm in the Hydrohide. So far it has been a bit weird because, well, it's cold as hell. Even with this suit is really cold. What else? I got some shots from the Great Crested Grebes, but they are a bit skittish, so as you get close to them, they run. Or in this case, they just swim away, so it has been complicated to get the shots that I wanted. But yeah, I think I got some shots. I'll show you around. So yeah, so this is basically what I see is mainly through the backside of my camera, and they are, I guess, there.
Even when the grebes weren't cooperating, there was always something happening. This little grebe came ridiculously close, completely unbothered by me. And the bigger ones, well, they were there, just not quite close enough yet. So I'm back from the Hydrohide. So, a couple of things. I've talked a bit with the guide, and today was not a very good day because, well, it was very windy and he came very late. He was supposed to pick me up at 6:45, so we would be in the water fairly early while it's still kind of dark. And so, you know, the birds are actually getting used to us while in the dark, so they don't really see us and we don't stress them too much. The problem is his car broke down, so he came very late. I think we were in the water almost at 8:30 or something like that, or around those times. So, you know, don't quote me on that, obviously. I might be missing a bit the hours, but because of, you know, time zones and stuff, but it was much later than what we were supposed to. So, well, it was okay, but we missed the good light, so to speak. So, you know, sunrise and everything. That means that our shots were okay. I think I haven't checked too much. I need to leave them, you know, transferring to my external hard drive while I go now to buy some food and dinner as well, so I don't have to leave. Because there was so much wind at points, I was struggling to keep it stable and everything. I wanted to move forward and I was feeling myself drifting, you know, away from my target. I was like, no, take me back, type of thing. But it's funny because when I was here, it was September, I believe, or October, I don't know. It was either late September, early October, or something like that. And this Hydrohide had motors, so you had a little button that you could press and it would move forward at different speeds depending on how many times you clicked. And that was good, but he said this time we can't do that because there's a lot of aquatic vegetation, so everything would just get stuck in the motors and the motors wouldn't be useful at all. So instead we had those fins to swim like, you know, swimmers. It takes some time getting used to that because you're using it not as you use, for example, in the sea or in a pool or whatever. No, you use it to extend a bit your feet. So sometimes you can use it to, you know, scratch the bottom of the pond and just propel yourself a little bit forward. But yeah, it's exhausting, guys. Let me tell you, the effort to move through that against the wind, against everything, was something else. So, point of the situation. He gave me some bad news, which is that the second part of this operation, which would be, you know, it was surface breach because I would be inside the Hydrohide, so, you know, floating in the surface. And then it would be the breach, which would be the Kingfisher high-speed flash photography. Well, it's not showing up, so it sucks. Because I really wanted those shots, guys. I really wanted those shots, especially because I think they would do really well in terms of prints. And in terms of contests, I'm not sure, but in terms of prints, for sure. Even for me, I wanted to print one. Assuming I got the shot that I wanted, of course. Oh yeah, I saw something really cool today. Yeah. So I saw rhinoceros scarabs. Like 3 or 4 of them. They are attracted to the lights because there's a light that's always on or something downstairs at the hotel. And they were attracted, but man, again, it's like when I go out for the Hydrohide, so I can't really be there taking macro shots. Okay, today I could, obviously, because he came late, but usually I won't have time for that, but yeah. Which reminds me that maybe this is also a good time to find them where I live, because I know that I think there are different species, or at least the ones that are more common, there are different species. They're brown and these ones are black, so I don't know, man. Would be cool to actually start going out a bit more at night towards other places, because in my home there's not many lights that could attract them, I guess. But where I found the frogs, there is constant lighting there, so maybe this is a good call to start going there more. I think that's a good idea. I went to grab some food, and the guy told me that there was another lagoon close to where he lives, which is halfway through where I went shopping. And he said that if there's more flowers there, or if the conditions are better, he doesn't mind going there instead. So I did a little stop there, and I was actually surprised. There were, I think, more couples in a smaller space of Great Crested Grebes. There was even fighting, there was cormorants still, which is great, and there was also white egrets. I'm either going to go there today, hopefully at sunset, so I can get some golden hour shots, or I'm gonna go back there tomorrow after the Hydrohide if it's not there. So I'm still trying to decide because I'm a bit tired. If I can rest a bit, maybe I'll go there still today. Else, I'll go tomorrow before my trip back to Portugal, okay? Hi guys, so it's in the afternoon. It's 6:30, 6:40 give or take. So I'm at the new place. Hopefully it can provide good footage either now or tomorrow. But the sun is still a bit high. It's gonna start, going down as we go. I'm still trying to pick a place to be when the sun goes down. Ideally to be here where I'm standing because that's where the sun is coming. And there's 2 Grebes there, but this is a bit of a higher platform, so I don't think the shots will be that good. So I'm gonna go right there. And then there's 2 ducks. But yeah, I'm still gonna go further because there's a platform right there that I want to go, and that's where I'll anchor down a bit and check. This is where I saw, in front of that platform is where I saw 2 of them fighting today when I got here to investigate. And I was like, damn it, why didn't I brought my camera with me, man? So sad. But yeah, hey, it is what it is. But then again, I was already transferring the photos from this morning. I don't think they're very good. Sadly, we're facing the issue of not being able to get close enough to the Great Crested Grebes, which sucks because the whole point of the Hydrohide is to get close, and I was not getting close. to anything. I mean, I got 14 meters from them, but the backgrounds were not very good in terms of, you know, shot. So, I mean, it was a loss there. Where I am, there's a white egret right there, and that's one of them right there. So I'm gonna leave you with a little panoramic view, and then I'm gonna grab my camera and sit down silently. Or at least try to. I don't know about this spot. I have mixed feelings. One side, I think there's more species, which is good. On the other side, it feels wider, so maybe it's gonna be hard to get close to them anyways. I don't know. I told him to decide. He knows better, the guide, that is. So, yeah. I really wanted to find some good shots. And the light now is actually good, but everything is way too far to further down the pond. Which is also a problem. I don't know how deep it is. I don't know. Well, I'm floating, but then again, I don't know I'll be able to move myself. I think I'm gonna go back to the hotel. I'm gonna get dinner, and tomorrow is a new day. We'll see what tomorrow brings, and we'll accept whatever it is. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. The day didn't go as I expected, but this is wildlife. All I can do is wait for tomorrow and hope for the best. And I'll see you on episode 3.